we'll see how this goes. All right, we're gonna try this and see how it goes. I have no idea if this will be worthwhile, but hi, I am Coco, one of the serial knitters. I thought it might be interesting to me, at least, to do yarn reviews. I have some yarn that I purchased when I went to New York, and it is basically burning a hole in my pocket. I bought it as part of a kit for a birds of a feather shawl, and then at some point I decided I didn't want to make that. I have heard that it's a very long knit, it's very big, so it takes a long time to knit, and that I would be attempting to reuse the yarn for something else. So this is the yarn in question. This is the yarn in question. I also, I don't know about you guys, but I buy a lot of yarn online, and I'm never sure about what it's going to be like. So for a long time before I went to New York, I had been looking at the Chelsea Luxe yarn. I know that it's great quality, but I had no chance to see it in person here on the West Coast. So I purchased it at Knitty City, but it was still in a closed pack. So it was a little bit of a gamble when I bought it, but I was kind of obsessed, so I had to buy it. So this is a skein of the 80-10-10, which is 80% superwash merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. This is the colorway Rose Warrior, and you get 400 yards in a skein. The suggested needle size is a 1-3. And I just love this. I love a good dishwater color. Something that usually has pinks in it, but it has almost gray tones. This one is a little bit more creamy. So what I think I'm going to make out of it, instead of the birds of a feather, is I'm going to do the Rocket Tee by Tanis Fiber Arts. And I have thought about so many different patterns to do. I'll pop a photo in. But I have thought about so many different patterns to do, and in the future, maybe if it's worthwhile, I'll show you that struggle consideration. And who knows, maybe we're going to have it during this one, because I haven't swatched for it yet. So we're going to go through the whole process. So this is what this yarn looks like, kind of splayed out. The t-shirt mixes a mohair with I hope fingering weight. Didn't read it yet, but if it doesn't, I can hold this together if it's DK. This is the mohair. It's the same colorway, is it? No, this is Boardwalk Blend is the mohair. And I just love mohair. It's so good. It's my favorite. So we're going to see how this knits up. And I think, the cashmere is just going to make it more luxurious, but, and the nylon will help it hold itself together a little bit more than a full superwash. But other than that, it should pretty much have the same hand feel as a superwash merino. I mean, softer, but it's not going to be wildly different. It's not changing the content so much that it would be the difference between when you blend in a linen or something like that. So we're pretty much just going to love on and just enjoy this crazily beautiful yarn that I have here. This yarn seems to have a little bit of give, a little bit of elasticity, but it's not too much, which is good, because for me, I find too much elasticity, I put that mohair all over my face, too much elasticity is more difficult on my hands. The silk mohair is going to be the interesting part, because we're going to stripe So a section will just be in the mohair. So let me take a look at the pattern real quick and just make sure if I can do this with a fingering weight, or do I need to hold it double with my, to make a DK. Okay, she does hold it together, a fingering weight and a mohair. And you need approximately, for me, I have a 39-inch bust. The sample is shown with 6 inches of positive ease. So, math, I think I'm just gonna do the size 44. And I know that's only 5 inches of positive ease, but that's where I feel comfortable. I think anything more than that, and I'm just gonna look too wide because that just happens. So that means that I'm doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th size. Okay, here's my struggle. Oh, I didn't tell you about, I forgot to tell you, that's Gordon. I forgot to tell you about the Luxe Mohair. So it is 72% kid mohair, 28% silk. And you get 459 yards in one skein. So, because it's a lace weight, it's very generous with the yardage. I'm popping back in to say I forgot to talk price point, because I know we don't really like to talk about it, but it's important to, so you know what you're getting. I purchased all 3 of these in one kit, like I said before, and it was $90 for the kit. You don't save anything by buying it in a kit. Each skein is worth $30. The Eightytenten and the mohair, which is lying all around because I'm about to skein it up. But they are each $30. So factor that in. But that's the price point. It's not, it's a cashmere blend. It's not, it says Luxe in the name. It's not a accessible yarn for a lot of people. And I purchased it, not that I need to justify myself, but I purchased it on a trip. So it's supposed to be, a special memento. And I'm excited to be finally getting it together on a project that I can wear every day and think about my trip to New York. Okay, so that's the plan. I'm gonna show you guys the process and give you my thoughts on the yarn once I'm done. Back to winding. Oh my god, guys, look at the halo on this yarn. Now, part of it is that it's staticky, but this is insane. Look at it. It's gonna be so amazing. So the gauge was a little bit off between the mohair and the fingering, and I went up a size larger than I normally would because I was afraid that it was going to be too tight. And now it is way too big. So you can see here. See, here you can see the outline. This is where my body stops. The shirt has over 13 inches of positive ease right now, and it's supposed to have 6 to 10, I believe. So something has gone wrong, and I don't want to rip it. I know all of this is big because how deep this V is, but I don't really want to completely redo it. So I might just rip back to the underarms and just take out all the stitches that I added for the underarms and then see if that gets me, because that should tuck it in this much. I don't know. But look how pretty the yarn is. I think you can, I mean, clearly I'm blown out here. Look at how crazy this white is. But you can see it a little bit more clearly. How gorgeous this rose gold is. Okay, so that's the update. That's the problem. I am going to have to, and I knew I was wrong because math-wise, I figured that I could do the whole shirt using one skein and a little bit more, but I'm, not even halfway done, and I've only got this much left, so the sizing was off. Okay. I always struggle. Just want to say that ripping out mohair or frogging it back is like the actual worst thing. So it's great that this yarn is super fluffy, but because of that, in order to pull it back is just like, you literally have to rip it. And because this is all, the twine is so strong, it just means that it's such a pain. So this is my evening, doing this. Okay guys, you can tell I'm super sweaty and I've had a complete hair change, so there's that. New hair, it's pink, cool. But quickly to recap this video, I have redone the shirt completely, and here is the final look, and it is so warm. I'm just like sweating all over the place. So here it is. I guess this is not the best way to show it, but as this is a yarn review, I've shown you the yarn multiple times, and the consensus is pricey, but I think it's worth it because the colorway shows like real care. If you're one of those people who likes to see little pops and little changes, it is a perfect colorway. And I just think in general, I'm sure there are more colorways where you get those speckles, and it's just so fulfilling to see like little confetti basically happening in your knits. I feel like it's a very sophisticated color. I was worried with the pink hair that I would look way too pinked out, but that's life, it's fine. So all in all, I would say this Chelsea Luxe yarn in the 80-10-10 and the Mohair is not a steal or a bargain, but it is a nice investment if you're looking to treat yourself. Love it, obsessed, such a fangirl, gonna buy more. Unfortunately, the Soleil in the stilettos and denim sold out before I could get my hands on it, but I can't wait. I'm gonna save my coins and get some more, but it's beautiful. I like this process. Hopefully I'll do some more. Hopefully Marika thinks it's fine that I do them. Let me know in the comments if you like it, what you would change about it. I'm trying to keep them short, and I was really scared the first time I filmed, so the energy difference between that one and this one, hopefully this is better. Thank you so much. Review, 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know if we're doing a star system, but it's great. All right, thanks guys. Bye.